Hey, yeah! This is Don Kryptonium. Saturday, you would think the day off, but not in the Kryptonium verse. Today we deliver crypto gems in Cosmos. What are the coins? Crypto projects. That sounds promising in Cosmos. Remember, not that I'm sometimes wrong, but this is not financial advice. When I'm wrong, it's clearly protocol mistake, by the way. Remember, smash the like button and let's start about most promising projects in Cosmos. In fact, I don't think it's most promising. Let's call it the coins, the projects that Don Kryptonium likes. But you must understand, I might be biased because maybe I'm paid by some protocols, right? So there is always this bias factor that is coming here. But you must understand, if I receive some incentive, what is the difference between the incentive receiving by someone who make videos to the founder who has incentive and has allocation of millions of dollars shooting you the coins? Just keep in mind that different interest. So I'm going to start with Kujira. It's interesting for me because it keeps growing in the bear market. In fact, the total value locked in Kujira at the end of 2022 was just roughly $2.5 million. Now it's at $15 million. It's still not much, and you need to keep it in mind that for new protocols like Kujira launched a year ago with its own chain, before there were application on Luna, it's usually easier to build up the total value locked in comparison, to the protocols that were here in the bull market, like Osmosis. Obviously, the TVL is dropping, but for example, comparing to Osmosis, it's continue going down, right? So there is the certain problems. Also, the ratio total value locked to market cap, it's not great when it comes to Kujira, but it's growing very fast, and the difference is, for example, with Kujira approach, they don't really have inflation. So the market cap might stay different, but relation when it comes to the circulating tokens will stay the same, while many others ecosystem keep expanding, keep putting more of the tokens on the market. So when you look at this is like nearly 6 market cap to TVL. This is not very precise because actually liquid supply is less, right? It's around half of this. So market cap to TVL would be below 3 when it comes to Kujira. When you check, for example, other protocols like Osmosis, it doesn't show fully diluted market cap, but it shows this circulating. So it seems there is some struggles over here, right? Maybe some bounces, but as you can see, Osmosis struggle with liquidity. That's nothing new because there is a lot of other protocols, right? Polygon struggle. Seems Arbitrum is doing quite well when it comes to liquidity. Also, don't want to compare extensively these other protocols to Kujira because they are much greater. Osmosis is in very different situation. It's most liquid DEX in Cosmos. The projects that initially launched on Kujira benefit from liquidity on Osmosis as well, so it's great DEX. They have struggled with liquidity. Maybe they have struggled with the model. So I'm looking at the Kujira because actually the liquid supply is around 30 million market cap, right? It's not tiny, it's still a lot, but it's not great. But why I'm bullish on Kujira is especially community and the products that they have. People are hesitant towards Kujira, but when it comes to the users, Kujira has the things that people can do. They can yield on the stable coins. They can use the order book, Calc Finance, which is the separate applications, provide liquidity. So it has the set of the applications deployed on Kujira that users can actually benefit from. And because it's non-inflationary tokenomics, the liquidation of the users doesn't happen on the mass scale over here. One of the applications I'm truly looking forward on Kujira is Blend Protocol. Not sure if this is the same team as Calc Finance, but seems they will allow you to earn the real yield, whether it's stable coins or other assets. From what I can see here, it will merge Kujira, Cosmos, which I believe mean Osmosis and other protocols, and Arbitrum ecosystem. Think bigger. Don't close yourself to Cosmos. Think exponentially. And this is what they are doing, right? Other applications, Manta now, if I don't say, they will tell me. I didn't mention them. Bringing good user experience to swapping the tokens, giving you the best prices. Okay, so Kujira, I'm interested. I'm looking where you're going. I always try to be careful with the Stargaze because it's the common knowledge that, I'm employed by the Stargaze. Who knows for how long? Because we know Don Kryptonium has enemies. There is surely a lot of complaints ongoing on Don Kryptonium, but Stargaze is the platform that gives you a lot of things to do for user. Mainly, of course, NFT speculation, the good trading experience, leaderboard. There is applications being deployed. There is something that where users doing, and I don't want to say the thing, but this is the fact that the Stargaze for the Cosmos bear market was the only one application, because you saw in this bear market everyone talking about BATKits. You saw the price going up, and without the Stargaze, this would be just despair. It would be boring. It would be very sad. So Stargaze was the place where people came, and it's obviously more than the BATKits. It's Pixel Wizards, it's Rage Quit, it's Lilliput, it's Startis, it's Woman from Cosmos, is Gambling Gelato, and much more. But it wasn't really reflected in the Stars token. Stars token still has high inflation. In fact, it is a money, so you pay for your NFT with the stars. As people sell the NFT, quite likely they dump the stars token to cash out. The artist who earn the royalties, they dump the token to cash out. So despite the growth, despite the vibrant ecosystem, it also might suppress the price, but it seems there is a lot of applications coming. I would rather be careful when it comes to the token, but for sure this is one of the ecosystems in Cosmos that is most interesting, right? This is NFT hub for Cosmos. Wherever you want to buy the NFT to Cosmos, you don't go to other to other projects. This is the fact. The other projects don't have appealing NFTs, right? Not too fat. Only Stargaze. This is one place where you go. Let's go to my new discovery. Also partially becomes Cosmos DeFi. My friend Joe, older man, he was mentioned Nolus. Some other people in Cosmos were mentioned Nolus, and I was like, I want to earn that sweet yield. And they said Nolus. So I know nothing about Nolus. Obviously I'm not showing you how I'm going to yield, but the user experience of Nolus is just beautiful. Look, I open the app, everyone that will come, from Cosmos, from Ethereum, it will be difficult, right? You come here, and what you want to do, receive from Osmosis network, and then choose the assets from Osmosis to deposit to Nolus. And one of the most interesting parts about Nolus, let me make it smaller here, is earning. Because so what you can do, you can supply the stablecoin, and the real yield, which is I think second behind Kujira when it comes of the stablecoins real yield, it's at over 5%, I think, or around 5%. I was looking today, and it's also incentivized with it's over 5%. Sorry, it's incentivized with 15% Nolus token. So what will happen? There will be sell pressure on the Nolus token, right? But this is pretty good yield for the stablecoins, especially because there is no lockup time. There is panic you leave. And as I said, look at the user experience. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I want to use. When it comes to the price of Nolus protocol, market cap, the liquid is $3 million only. So that's interesting, but you need to pay attention that the max is 1 billion and the total supply is nearly 1 billion. So this is allocated around the users, probably with the vesting contracts, but this is now on the market. So I wouldn't speculate on the token, but the product. The product is all that matters, right? Should I give a shout out to some project that I was like, hey, may be interesting. The reason why, because I was listening to the founder of the project, right? And he sounded nothing less than based. Deeply based. So this is layer one. I'm not too bullish on the smart contract platforms. There is competition. Archway competition is Neutron with currently fully diluted market cap of $400 million. I think Neutron is deeply aggressive with great connections to the executions. A lot of protocols are coming, but the Archway is this smaller guy, right? Fully diluted market cap would be around $100 million now, just over $100 million, as you can see. Not available in my country, but I know they raised around $30 million or $20 million. I think they are serious, and because they are I think they are quite hated in Cosmos, and whoever gets hated in Cosmos, look it up. Okay, this is the advice. Look it up, because maybe they actually are building. So, here I might not be able to use. This first time I'm mentioning Archway. Because maybe it's important to see. Not sure about the community pool, but a lot of other Cosmos ecosystems sell the thing about, hey, we have the large community pool. It means we are community-driven chain. And I want you to understand the fact that some blockchain has large community pool doesn't equal its community-driven chain. It doesn't. Quite likely it tells you, we'll be liquidating the shit out of you. Okay? The community pool is not community. These things are not the same, right? And especially I want to show you in Kujira, there is they have something. So sorry for extending this. The blue is the interface where you have everything, right? So they have this, like Kuji has the treasury, and it's not really that oversized here. The treasury of this managing DAO, you can see 50,000 Axelar USDC. Some of the Kujira, that's different USDC. Is it from Terra? So some Kujira, so small, trying to diversify. And also Stride, for example. Stride doesn't have large community pool, right? And so not sure if those things are always great. Not giving shout out to Stride in this video. I did give shout out multiple times. What would I repeat myself? I'm just trying to see what's new and what's interesting. One of the last project I want to give the shout out to is obviously Composable. I know all the controversies around Composable, right? I already said I'm trying to partner with them, make some videos for them, especially educational, because this is more complex user experience. But the fact is, Composable is the first project that made the IBC bridge between Cosmos and Polkadot. That's undeniable fact. This is objective truth, and I'm looking forward for more. Will they be the first one who will make non-custodial IBC bridge to Ethereum? Maybe there will be. So there is some applications you can use. You quite likely will interact with Picasso and Pablo Dex if you want to use. Centauri is that bridge, the first IBC bridge from Polkadot to Cosmos. You can provide liquidity on Pablo. It's essentially the same stuff that you used to do before in the Cosmos ecosystem. But I was interested because I was like, hey, this is microcap. Fully diluted is less than $8 million dollars value. And I was like, maybe if I do $5 there, maybe it will do 3x, right? And that's good return. But it might go to 0, right? But I will not feel poor if I will lose $3. So keep that in mind. The last project I'm giving shout out is another project on which I chosen to gamble with the $5, which is Cyber. Okay, there is a lot of controversy also about Cyber. I think they were disliked. Remember when there was this proposal on all the other chains, and everyone thought they're scammers. What I'm hearing from a lot of Cosmos devs, when you ask them like who is like the most interesting, who is the OG, they tell me Cyber. Like, I heard this from few people, heard it from some leading, like, maybe not leading, I don't have access, but there is some Cosmos people that accomplished a lot. And they're like, cyber is the next level shit. I don't know much. This is building of super intelligence, AI, from what I heard. The nodes that upgrade themselves, the knowledge that keeps learning and expanding. And AI is very popular. AI stocks just go to the moon. Not this one, not cyber. So maybe worth of $5. Check GitHub white paper. And they recently, the founder